My name is Chaotic Fireplace, and welcome to the Mythic Guild Bonfire. This week, I have the Elemental in the guild. Known them for a long time, since back in the VR high days. This is Myata, Alexander in the RP.
Quality.
Yes, quality.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, well, we'll get to the first little question on hand, being if you want to give a basic introduction of your character and who they are.
So, yeah, Alexander is an long time OC of mine. I've had him since middle school, and throughout the years I've kind of evolved him, and I brought him into Mythic, the Mythic University RP as a guidance counselor. He's very much he was very much one of the funnier characters by pure accident, as far as I'm aware of. But yeah, he's an elemental. It's not like D&D elementals and stuff like that. I've kind of custom made my own version of the race and stuff. Oh god. This is the reason this is like the only RP that would reasonably take him as he is. Not gonna lie.
I gotcha. Well, hey, that's why all are welcome, like I've said, so.
Yeah. Alexander is in his 40s, 30? No, he's in his 40s. It's like 45, 47.
Hey.
Oh, I had to refund the character sheet. Because his age changes as like I do more things with him, so
I gotcha.
he ages, he's not consistently the same age.
Right.
And he's actually originally from New York. I know nothing about New York, apparently. I need to do more research about that.
There you go, Jackie. If she comes to ask you for New York information, you'll be the one to go to, since you're from New York.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, jeez.
God, there's so much lore about him. I would be here for like an hour trying to explain it.
Understandable.
Overall, he's pretty much my most OP character, but at the same time, the whole like big giant nerf to him in things that he just does not like fighting in terms of like in public areas. You take him out to some random place in the field, like fucking Dragon Ball style. You bet your ass he'll Broly that shit, you know? But like, you take him to the middle of the city, he's not gonna do anything because he doesn't want to hurt civilians.
Right. All right. Well, let's get to. Well, if that'll kind of lead into the second question, being a little bit of the backstory behind Alexander.
Alexander is an elemental and stuff like that, and elementals are racially designed to always appear half of what they are, to protect themselves. Unless you're smart enough to know that about the fact that half elementals are technically full elementals, you would just look at him and go, oh, you're half this, you know? And that's intentionally to keep them from being hunted down from horrible people who want to destroy worlds. Because if Alexander dies, say goodbye to old Earth.
Yeah, true. All right.
Like Alexander, his whole point is that he protects the Earth. He takes care of it and he mends it when it needs to be. It's also heavily implied that like hurricanes that modern people see are actually not the worst ones that exist. He quells the bigger ones. Like, there are bigger categories, but humanity just doesn't know they exist, because it's literally his job to make sure they don't actually happen.
Gotcha. All right.
Alexander grew up in New York, relatively is without a father. His mother died when he was 13. He was framed for a crime at some point, spent some time in prison, but eventually found innocent of that said crime. And from there, he worked on, reaching out to the youth and became a guidance counselor. And around that time was when Alexander learned that, like, this half bullshit doesn't actually exist. And people who knew about him started educating him more about what he is and what he's to do, and so he's taken that onto his responsibility, which is that's usually because I'm very spotty with attendance, just due to a lot of outside forces and stuff like that.
It makes it work.
That's usually what he's doing. It makes it work. If he's not at the guild, he's taking care of Old Earth.
Well, there you go. Now, for anybody that questions why they're not always there, there's your reasoning. All right, we'll get to question number 3, being, what does your character desire to become or desire to do?
Alexander wishes to protect humanity. He's come to realize that his humanity is going to be longer than what he originally thought. His aging has slowed down quite a bit. And he's taken on the responsibility of protecting the world and protecting the people closest to him, even though he knows that for some of them, they're not always going to be there for him. But he's not really gotten into that situation yet where he's watched someone pass from old age compared to him yet.
Yeah.
So generally, he wants to do his job. He feels like if no one's going to do this, then I should.
Right.
He kind of lives by that to a certain degree. Obviously, he has his morals. He doesn't like hurting. He doesn't like fighting in places with civilians in it. He doesn't really like flexing his abilities too much. He really just tries his best to live human normally, unless he's doing his job or if it's really necessary.
Right. Okay.
He's super generic. I want to protect humanity.
Well,
life is precious. It needs to be protected.
I gotcha. Ironically enough, in the guild, there's very few characters that think exactly like that. So, I mean, hey.
A lot of the villains, especially when we had more villains on Old Earth and stuff like that, which I'm glad, Alexander's glad there's not really a big, like, Old Earth villain right now.
No, not yet. I'll fill you in. I'll fill you in a little bit afterward.
Alexander's just sitting here like, can you guys not try to destroy the Earth for 10 minutes?
I'll put it this way: there's the villain that's currently going. They're not gonna try to destroy the Earth. They're trying to do their own version of cleansing.
Not again.
No. Not the same way that the first villain did. A very different way. Yeah, I'll fill you in. I'll fill you in after. All right, we'll get to question number 4 then. The favorite villain in the guild so far. Out of the villains that you've seen, who has been your favorite?
Favorite? Okay. Guild, or are we talking both university too?
If you wish, because I know another person before did that. We can go one from the university and then one that started in the guild.
In the guild, Alexander felt a really close had a very close personal vendetta to the I forgot his name. He was the one who was trying to bring the destroyer,
the king,
the great destroyer.
The king.
Yeah, the king. Because the king was very set on this. He was very. I felt a lot more of a personal vendetta towards him and stuff like that. I didn't get to see him much, but I was a big fan of Orion's
Archangel Sentinel. He's still going.
Arcanile, yeah.
Arcanile. That's a new one for you, Ryan. We've had Archie. We've had multiple names. Arcanile is a new one.
I like Arcanile.
Oh, it sounds like a dino. Anyway.
Sentinile doesn't?
True. Fair.
Where's the Photoshop memes of Sentinile on a dinosaur body?
Oh my god, someone make that in the guild. Someone do it.
And then guild, I've always been a fucking big fan of I always was a big fan of the cheesy Makoto shit.
Makoto's still around. He's still around. He's still there.
Like, Makoto, when he was like the villain, it was I tell the story about, I have to always talk about the story and explain to people about the time Gata's dick got cut off by this man.
Oh my god. That's the thing that everybody remembers about Makoto was that they did that to God. I gotta get God on one of these. See how he remembers
Dude, do it. Fucking
it. Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Oh god. But yeah, so like yeah, those are some of my favorite villains.
I gotcha. All right, we'll get to question number 5 then. Your least / most favorite character, villain or non-villain, in the story so far, and if you want to explain why. And before you do, disclaimer, like I've said.
Favorite character?
Hang on, I got before anything. Remember, every person has a favorite or least favorite character in a story. So this is nothing towards you personally. It's character.
I fucking love Moon-chan.
Everyone does. Everyone loves Moon.
Well, like Moon-chan is like this chaotic enigma hidden behind a story of one like truly coping with their mortality.
Yeah.
And learning to live with that. I like that a lot about Moon. I like what her story can become, what her story can become, and I just like her in general. Yeah. I love Moon.
All right, you got do you have a least favorite?
Least favorite. I wish Rosie's character would stand out a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Or at least in terms of like, Rosie's definitely like, I wouldn't say I don't like her character, but like her character's always consistently changing and stuff like that, it seems. And as someone who's very spotty with their attendance,
yeah,
whenever I show up, I don't know what's going on with her.
Okay, I gotcha.
And that can be very confusing for me. I wish she was a little bit more easier to understand to an audience that doesn't always get to show up every session.
No, I gotcha.
I don't hate her, I don't dislike her, but she's confusing.
It's a confusing character to get to know, basically, is what you're trying to say there.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to question number 6 then, being your favorite character's story so far that has happened, besides your own.
Ooh, character story. Fuck. I liked Garrett's. From what I saw of Garrett's, I was really happy with it. I don't know why. When I heard he actually referenced Ultron from VR High Days, that lit me up so well. Like, I was so fucking happy.
He brings back the past, and it was really good.
I love it when people are consistent like that and are willing to make references of lore consistency from even older RPs.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Well, we'll get to question number 7 then. Do you have any ideas you think that would change the guild up a little bit? Other than like a time schedule or something like that, because obviously you know that it's conflict between multiple people. I'm meaning like story-wise or something you think could see changing that would change the guild.
I would personally, like, when I'm a bit more available, because I'm doing like multiple moves over the course of the next couple months.
Yeah.
Because I'm going from like this state to one state, and then staying at that one state for like a couple months, and then going to a couple. Then I'm moving to another state, and then in that state, I'm going from an apartment to actually a house.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna be a process for me, but once that's like 100% settled, I'm in the place that we're staying in for like the next couple of years and shit like that. Would love to like work on making more elementals to introduce to the story, maybe a potential elemental villain or something like that. Just in general, like, I would like to see more elemental storylines, but I also want to be able to work with you guys with that.
Yeah.
Because it is my race.
Nah, I gotcha.
And because, like, the whole aspect of it is, like, elementals are powerful. They are strong. They're not gods, but they might as well be it for just their specific realm in general.
Right. Nah, I gotcha.
And I would like to build more on that. I feel like it can pose a really big risk to the guild if they need to protect a specific place And maybe even like it would temporarily put them in a different realm, you know, like, and they would have to take time to discover things about that realm and shit like that. That would be a really good idea, actually. Like, take them out of their element. Take all the characters out of their elements.
Right.
And introduce a villain that's just another elemental, and you know, you're basically going against the elemental of that plane or realm. That's that person in their element. You know. Usually, a lot of the times it says we got to take them out of their element. Now you got to grow strong enough to fight them in their element.
I got you. Well, again, I got some stuff to fill you in on then. If that's how you're thinking is one of the things. Yeah, I got some stuff to fill you in on what's happening. All right.
Oh boy.
All right. Question number 8 then, and this one's kind of to the more of the funny side of it. If there was any ship you could see in the guild that's not already happened, who do you think could be together in the guild?
Oh.
That aren't already in a relationship. So Sylvie and Langle are out of it.
Yeah.
And I guess technically Syrian and Alexander would also technically be out because they have been in a relationship character-wise.
Yeah. Like, Alexander and Syrian's a little bit more complicated because, like, it wasn't really, like, Syrian who was with him, it was Ainz.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Syrian it was Ainz that was. That's right. Yeah. Syrian was just there. He was like, I don't want to know this apart. I don't want to know.
Fucking... I was a big shipper of Syrian and Alexander, though.
I gotcha.
Let's see, who... It's so hard. I have a few joke ones.
Go for it. That's the point. It's like, which,
Sense and ILX Mother Nature.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
He's got a mommy thing, dude.
Yeah, a little bit.
He always talks about his dad and shit like that. Where's his mom? Sentinel probably has mommy issues. He never talks about his actual mom.
Well, there you go, alright.
Obviously Bro TP is Garrett and Alexander.
Yeah, that one's the one that was going on for a little while there.
Look, I'll go at it again. Don't tempt me. When I'm more consistent, I'll go at it again.
Oh, jeez.
I'm coming for you. They're not a ship, not like a romantic ship, but like I want to have a closer bond between Alexander and Moonchan. I feel like there's a lot of potential there in terms of like character bonding, not in a romantic sense, but maybe like in a friendship, father-daughter sense, whatever the fuck we decide and shit like that. But I would love to have more actual like development and closeness between Alexander and Moon, because Alexander does want to protect Moonchan. He does care about her.
Right. No, I gotcha.
Despite how much she actively bullies him.
Jeez. All right. Do you have any others, or is that all the ones you could think of right now?
Let's see. I like the mother-son relation, the mother-son relationship between Rosie's character and Max.
That was just oh boy.
Max is a little fucking shit, okay? Sometimes. And she's literally that character is just like, you need to get your fucking shit together, and it's not a romantic shit, but I fucking love that dynamic.
I got you. Jeez. No, that one's one of the funniest things I've ever seen between them two. It's great. All right. Well, we'll get to question 9 then. Do you have any questions to me about either the guild or any of my characters in particular?
Not that I can think of. I've known Sylvie for such a long time, and I was already pretty close to like Syrian and Nine and shit like that.
You've got let's see, Scarlet, Adra, Vale, the new villain.
Vale's a villain now?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I got the one with the 4 arms, the embodiment of chaos.
How did I know he was? Dude,
I
not
have to
Garrett.
fill you. I
I
have to
knew
fill
it.
you in. Then, oh yeah, I gotta
looked at him
majorly
and
fill you in.
You're like, you're a smug asshole. You're probably gonna betray us at one point.
Oh, I
Okay.
gotta tell you some stuff then, if that's the case.
Well, damn. Okay. Fuck.
But yeah, I've got Scarlet and Adra. I've got. Let's see.
I don't got a lot of questions. I feel like you feed us information about the characters like well enough.
Okay. All right, then. Question 10 being the final question to say to those who happen to be watching, do you have any questions to others about their characters or anything like that?
Questions for others. That's a good question. I want to know. I want a better understanding of Rosie's character. I would like to get to understand her character a little bit more.
Well, there you go, Rosie. There's a thing for you. Gotta help them to understand your character a bit more. There you go.
Why is Max such a little shit?
There you go, kid. Why is Max a little shit? Oh, jeez.
Fucking. Not related to the question, but I'm gonna give you like.
Oh.
Like, never really told anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's back in VR High days. So, me, the character, right? The second, like, first session, because the next session of gonna be the Carnation Flowers, where the big blue ships came from in fucking VR High and shit like that. I almost sent one to Heavy. She almost sent one to Garrett.
I gotcha.
Sometimes I do genuinely think about, like, what would have happened.
What would have happened, yeah. Well, you gotta always put that into mind. It's like, what would have happened? There's always the things that you go with in story, but there's always going to be the question of, what would have happened if, this went this way, or this did this?
I sat there, and I wasn't wanting Carnation. Technically, I guess you could have sent shit like that, and one. And I was Leon or Garrett. But based on the one day of interacting with Garrett, I heard a lot of people liked Garrett.
Yeah.
I want Leon instead, because I was sure Leon wasn't gonna get any.
Oh.
I think Leon received only one other outside of me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know I wasn't there for VR High on the first two sessions when that happened, I remember. Sylvie was not there yet.
No, you had... Yeah, you were there in the
episode
first few
3.
Episodes, because...
I was there in the episode 3 is when I first was able to get in.
I don't know. I don't know if that's actually true, because, like, I remember distinctly it was the first episode, and then the second episode happened. You might not have been there for the second episode, maybe, but I think you were there for the first. Because
I wasn't there for the very first, because I didn't get in until after the first. Remember?
Second episode had such a large attendance of multiple people just wanting to dick around and have fun and shit like that.
I remember it was after we were going to the field trip, which was episode 3, if I remember correctly. Was the field trip to the beach where?
No, that was episode 4.
Okay, then 4 then. Then 4 then is where I popped in. Because I remember I didn't get accepted early on. I don't remember what it was, but it was originally like everybody was able to get in, and I wasn't allowed in for like the first 2 episodes because something happened. I don't remember what it was.
I remember distinctly that because we had so much lag with the 50+ people.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The staff team had decided we're just going to accept the group of people who showed up for the first episode and make that our cast.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I'm pretty sure they didn't accept anybody else until the first set of auditions. So you had to at least be there for. Okay, let me put it this way: if you even showed up for like a few minutes of the first episode, I
might have been there for the very first one for a little bit. Then, if that's the case.
Yeah, because I was only there for like a quarter of the episode of the first episode of VR High.
Yeah.
But I still got in as main cast anyway because I was there on the first episode.
Yeah.
Fucking God.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I almost said a Carnation to Garrett.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, there's always that time where it's like, yeah, you did this action, but what could have with this situation, Because the outcome could have been completely different.
So when in the fucker is Alexander and Garrett gonna hold hands? I'm kidding, by the way.
Oh,
Super lewd,
jeez.
hold
Well,
handing.
Heavy, there's your question.
Alright, continue. Okay,
All right,
any more
anyway,
questions?
that's basically it. Do you have anything else you want to say? Say, whoever's watching or to me?
Earth, I want to bond more with Moonshine as Alexander when I have the time, when I can show up more consistently.
Yeah.
Fucking. I need to work on the new Alex. I need to work on a better Alexander model. Like, this one's fine for his human form, but I want to work on his elemental form.
I gotcha. All right.
That's gonna take 8 weeks.
I'll leave that there then, everybody. Yeah, that was episode. Oh, jeez. Well, it's the myth. Well, this was the Mythic Guild Bonfire again. Myata, thank you for coming out today. I know we didn't get to record yesterday again. Kind of both of us, I think, forgot.
I didn't wake up till noon, which was like an hour after you originally had me scheduled.
I got you. Well, we got it today, so hey, we got it.
Because I just kind of wasted, like, stayed awake till 4 a.m. being like contemplating life and just in deep thoughts.
Jeez. Well, either way, again, thank you for attending. Thank you for showing up. Everyone, I'll link their Twitch and Twitter into the description so you guys can watch them. Also with Lunar Core. They are what, you're one of the head people of Lunar Core? If I remember correctly?
I am the general manager of Lunar Core.
Well, there you go. And I'm gonna try to join that back up sometime soon. I just got to figure out the last couple things, then I should be able to join back up if I'm allowed to. So, either way, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, don't forget to follow them on Twitch, Twitter, and I guess if you have a YouTube, I'll link that too. If you, I don't know if you do or not. So, but either way, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.